Hey, welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you tuning in for another one of my video recipes. Today we are going to make pork green chili. And we're going to use our secret ingredient. Well, maybe not so secret, because actually Pueblo is pretty famous for our green chilies, which I've got here in this bag. So I've got all my ingredients set up. Got my pork, my spices, oil. Now, of course, there's many variations of green chili. So today we're going to try a recipe that I got from Jess. I've never made this recipe, but I'm pretty excited. Should come out pretty good. So first thing we're going to do is I've got my pot right here. I got my pot over here too. Apparently I got two of them. I've got not so funny. All right. So I've got my pork. We're going to just get our burner started. Grab our oil, which we're going to throw just a dash in, right? Yep, a dash. We're going to spread that around the bottom. Might need a little bit more than that. In fact, I know we're going to need a little bit more than that. Alright. Get the bottom of that nice and coated. Get our pork. I can get the wrap off. And let me grab a spatula here. We're just going to dump that right in. Yikes. Alright, we probably don't need that quite so high, maybe on a medium temperature. We just want to get that nice and brown. Cooked through. My pork was frozen, so it's still a little bit frozen, but it should start to break up as that heats up. So I'm going to get this browned, and then I'll be back to show you guys what the next step is. See you in just a second. Okay, so I got my meat cooking right now. While that's going, I'm gonna do the onion, which is probably my least favorite thing to do, probably everyone's least favorite thing to do. The recipe calls for a full onion. I just cut the edges off. Let's see, I thought I peeled off the skin, but apparently I didn't. Alright, peeled off the skin. Now we're gonna slice this thing. Wish me luck. Okay, so the recipe is going to call for a little less than a full onion. We're not going to need that part right there. But almost a full onion still, as you can see. So we're going to go with it. And you can dice this as fine as you want, or leave it as chunky as you like. I personally like to have mine as diced up as possible. Which of course means more chance to get that onion juice squirted right up into your eyeballs. So far I'm lucking out and not getting any in there. This is where a food processor comes in handy, big time. Maybe if I get my own channel someday, like on the Food Network, I'll actually have a food processor. Oh, we have a food processor. Why am I not using a food processor? Apparently it's funner to watch me chop an onion and talk about someday having one when actually there's one right over there. Surprised you didn't zoom over, open the cabinet, and show everybody the food processor as I was sitting here chopping. Anyway, this is coming along. As you can see, I'm going to finish dicing that up. Get my meat stirred. I'll be back in a few minutes. Actually, video time. See you in just a second. Okay, so after finishing onions, Jess decided she was going to, in fact, break out the food processor. Anyway, there's the onion all chopped up. I didn't go super fine on it, but again, you can go to however big or small you want your chunks to be. We're going to go ahead and get our green chilies ready next, and we want about 1/4 of a cup. We want to get these prepped, so we're just going to cut the stems off of them. Now again, you can also go heavier or lighter with your green chilies. I'm actually going kind of light with the green chilies. Most people who know me know I can't handle too much spice yet. I do like it, but anyway, so we're just going to wash these off. And then we are going to dice them, or just, nope, we're not even, we're just throwing them right in there. That's the convenience of having the food processor. Alright, we're just trying to get all that black stuff off. I'm not even sure what that black stuff is, but I know we don't want it on there, so. Look at that thing. Couple of green chilies right there. They put these on just about everything here. Little Caesars puts them on their pizzas. I actually can't think of anything else offhand, but I know there are other things. We need to plug Little Caesars actually. Might have to edit that little piece out. Anyway. Got these nice and clean. There we go. Can of petite diced tomatoes. I'm going to mix in there with it. It sounds like one of my dogs is getting bored with my video. I hear him yawning over there. Got the water off so you guys can hear him. Alright, so never use this thing, but we're going to pulse a few times. Looks like right there, our tomatoes, our green chilies. My pork is pretty much done. So, it's a matter now of, first of all, drying my hands, and then mixing everything together. So, give me just a second to get everything ready for that, and I'll be back to mix it together on camera. Alright, time to make the roux. And this is going to be a little bit tricky because we don't have a technical recipe. We're trying to jot that as we go. So, I'm going to actually hand this over to Jessica. She's going to take over. She is going to step in and mix in our flour, which we've got over there, right into the pork. And I'm guessing this is to help thicken it up a little. Yep, absolutely, I knew that. Get that all mixed in. Once we get that mixed in, our next step is going to be to add water. And let's see, what did we add for flour over there? What is that? Let's see if we can see that. No, not without coming over here. Let's try that again. Less than 1/3 of a cup. Where we're at so far. Are we good on that? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to let that cook for a second, right? Get our water ready. We need a measuring cup, probably, so we know how much water we're using, right? Makes it helpful if I can tell you guys measurements. That's the problem with homemade recipes that have been passed down. So was that 2 cups? 2 cups of water in, and it looks like we are going to go for 4 cups. 6 cups. Oh, we are going to fill this thing. Why didn't we just put this under the sink? That might have been easier. 6. We keeping track how many that is? 6, 8. I'm a little stoned. I'm not sure if I can keep track of how many cups she's putting in. Luckily, she's doing that for me. All right. We are not even close to where we need to be. Maybe halfway. Maybe. Bear with us, folks. We're getting there. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. Going to get this going to a boil, and then once that boils, we are going to start mixing in our chopped onions, which I've got sitting right there, and then our tomatoes and green chili, right? Look at that. It's like I almost know what I'm doing. Oh, don't forget our bouillon, which you can pick up at most local grocery stores. No, maybe not. Not sure what she just said. But there went one, and it looks like we are using 3 of them. So again, hey, for the full recipe, you know, you can go to my website, dans420chronicles.com/recipes, and you'll get the accurate recipe. Well, hopefully we can get an accurate recipe. But there it is. I'm going to get this boiling. Once we get it boiled and we're ready to mix in our next ingredients, I'll be back. So let me see if, let's drop that last bouillon in. And that off to you. We're almost there. Final steps. Clarification, you don't actually have to bring this to a boil, although you can if you'd like. Either way, it's all good. All right, so now we're going to take the rest of our ingredients, the onions that we had chopped up. Grab a spoon. Well, that was a big onion. Filled that bowl up. All right. And let's see if we have a spatula. Take our mixture right there. We luckily have our food processor here. And we just lost our blades. So we're going to fish those out. Again, another video that may end up on our blooper reel. Look at that first try. I was just making sure I got all of the sauce and all the things that were on the blade off. What better way to do that than directly in your pot? All right. I might be a little bit stoned. So we've got this going. Get it all mixed up. Oh, that looks good. Let's get a quick look at that. All right, we're going to pretty much let that cook for the rest of the day, which I don't know what that means. That's just what I was told. So that's going to equate to some amount of hours. Once I know what those hours are, of course, I'll be back to do the wrap-up of this video. It's going to seem like seconds to you guys, but trust me, it's going to literally be hours. So I'll be back shortly, and until then, I guess I should put the lid on. All right, finally, this thing has been cooking all day long. Not really. It's only been cooking for a couple of hours, but you can actually let it cook for about as long as you want. Some people have actually cooked them in crock pots, but again, we went ahead and used our pot here. Let's take a quick look at that and see what it looks like. Ooh, yeah, let's see if we can get something. Where's our little stirring thing here? That is just about ready to go. I'm probably going to let it cook for maybe another 20 minutes or so. Maybe add a little more flour. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Thicken it up. Again, full recipe is listed on my website, dans420chronicles.com/recipes. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, especially if you've tried this recipe. Maybe we will try the other green chili recipe in the coming weeks. Anyway, stay tuned. Until then.